Oh boy, can you believe it? We have got a weekend extra. I really couldn't leave you all in suspense for another week. I mean, you know, we figured out, or should I say, Tim Smith, one of our lovely subscribers, figured it out what I was doing wrong, which we'll go into in a minute. But yeah, so this is just a weekend extra, just to say that the Lancasters finished. Come on. Oh yes, back in the hangar. We are in the hangar for the weekend special, or weekend extra, whatever you like to call it. If it's special, then it's special. Anyway, we are doing this extra at the weekend because of a man called Tim Smith. Yes, he is one of Dad's RC Hangar subscribers, and he's a hero in my book. He basically, I mean, lots of you replied comments for Friday's show, and the Friday feeling. Oh yes, yeah, the Friday feeling. Yes, the Friday feeling. But he basically zapped my brain and thought, Chris, why don't you? It's like, oh really? What a newbie! Why didn't I think of that? Now, before I go into that, we're going to talk to his wife, Penny Smith. Now, just a little message for you, Penny, is that Tim says he loves you very, very, very much, and a huge thank you for putting up with his addiction of RC planes. So thank you for that, because then he can watch his channel. So don't you think that's nice? Oh, you know, love on Dad's RC Hangers videos. I mean, come on, you don't need a dating agency, just join Dad's RC Hanger. Anyway, so what we'll do, we'll have a little look at what Tim suggested. Now, for those of you who don't use FrSky, the S6R has 6 channels, funny enough, and a smart port. Now, those 6 channels on an S6R are used for the receiver to use its stabilization, and it goes all across those channels. Whether you use it, I mean, here's a picture. Look, have a quick picture. Here's the picture of the receiver. You can tell it's a weekend. I'm not quite here. Okay, back to me. Yeah, so as you saw, those last 2, they're kind of the elevator aileron spares, in case you've got it doubled up. Now, what I forgot you could do. Now, that was what was causing all the problems. It just doesn't like you using that extra channel for something that's other than that. Unless you do this. Now, what you're looking at now is a screenshot of the app that you can use if you've got like the Bluetooth device, configured device that you plug into the receiver. Now, all I needed to do was turn aux 1 and aux 2 on. Yeah, all that pain and suffering, and that's all I needed to do. So by doing that, you're basically freeing up 5 and 6. So when it does the stabilisation, it forgets about 5 and 6. It just does 1, 2, 3 and 4. 5 and 6? Who's that? I don't know. Have we got 5 and 6? That's what it says. I heard it. Trust me. So that's what I did. I rejigged the programming on the radio and put the cables in 5 and 6, the left and right bank, and it works perfectly. I had a little fit. I mean, the FrSky OS, whatever you call it, the FROS, is a bit different from OpenTX. So I had to scratch my head for a bit to figure out how I can do the throttle cut on channel 5 and 6. And Sean was saying to me, yeah, it's just the same, Chris. You know, Sean, another subscriber. You got Sean Brad. Sean, I keep forgetting your second name, and I don't know why. I think it's just got I'm useless. Where is it now? Where is it? Because I swear you... where are you, Sean? Sean Brady. I do apologise, Sean. You know that. It's all about here, mate. Sean Brady, yeah. So he said, Chris, it's just the same as OpenTX, probably. And then that clicked again. See, I need things to click my brain. I've probably got a cog. Every time someone says it, everything falls into place. Yeah. So anyway, so what I've done here, let me quickly move the camera back, and we'll have a look what I've done in the plane. I should have done an overhead shot, but it's a weekend extra, and I just haven't got much time, so I needed to quickly do it. But I didn't want to leave everyone waiting for a whole week just for a video to say it's fixed. I think that's unfair. You know, I know it's good because we all have a chat, but yeah, I mean, as I say, we've got a box, another hobbyking opening to do next Friday. Yes. Right, let's move the camera. Alrighty, first things first. As you can probably see from the front, yes, I did the turrets. We'll see them anyway. So I put some Canopy Glue, because Canopy Glue is great. I mean, you can still see it's still dry and you can still see bits of white. That will disappear. That goes clear. And I got out the airbrush. And as you can see, I airbrushed. I had this paint as well, which I'll tell you which paint I sprayed in a minute. And yeah, I just sprayed all the bits that I'd knocked. Unfortunately, I haven't got the green and brown. It's a different kind of green and brown that's on the Spitfire. So I've got to order those. So anyway, so let's open the hatch. Open the hatch. So what does it now? I'm going to try and do this back here. So it's going to be really glary because I'm right next to the lights. What I've done here, I've got a bit of polystyrene and some hot glue either side, which basically stops the wheel from moving. So even though I'm not using the landing gear, it's still going to land on its belly, and the back wheel might make it go a bit weird. I don't know. So that's it. That's all that was there. As you can see, I've got the without crushing the planes up there. As you see, I've got the receiver in here. There you go. That's better. So as you can see, I'm using 5 and 6 channel for the. Well, you won't see it, but that's 5 and 6 full, and I've got channel 3 that I'm not using, which is the normal. The normal throttle, and of course it has to go this way. This is the most annoying thing about FrSky receivers, is that you have to go the certain way. It doesn't matter if it's sideways, upside down and everything else, but this here, the aerials have to point to the front of the plane. Yes, and then here you can see I put a bit of my sponge with the gripper on here for the battery. What is missing is the battery strap. It was a bit too big for the battery, so I just ripped it out and I've ordered some small ones and bits and pieces. Got the aerials along here, horizontal and vertical. As you can see, this is where I stuck before. This paint it's an old plane, and the paint is not as good as today's paint, so it is very easy to knock and bits and pieces. So what I'll do is that I haven't got the correct battery, as you know, but we'll flip around. And we'll stick one of the props on, and then we'll stick all, and then I'll just stop and stick the rest of them on. Unless, you know, basically I could do a quick time, couldn't I? Yes, I could do a quick time. As you can see also, when I was spraying, is that these had like bright silver screws here. If you remember, I just sprayed them as well because it just looks silly. Now it's more sort of like stealth bomber. Alrighty. Now, as you remember, I've been showing you yesterday. It was actually Saturday today, by the way. But I didn't know if I'm going to be publishing this on Sunday or today whenever I get time. Anyway, if you noticed on the drawings, it's been, you know, Stuart Hobbyking has said, yeah, we'll change that. Basically, what it is, this is obviously to do with Hong Kong, unfortunately, is that this is the build side, which is the correct prop on this side. This is just a display. This is just a sexy picture of the actual plane, but unfortunately, you know, when they took the picture, they put the props on the wrong way. But I went by this, which is wrong. So go by this, and obviously this is the, as we're looking at it, it's the right-hand side. So, you know, if you look at that prop there, that's how it needs to be. Okay, so on here, and make sure there's 3 dots here. Sorry, I'm not looking what I'm doing. 3 dots here. Make sure they're at the back. And then this pops, the chamfer goes there, the sharp edges here. Yeah, so this goes on this side. Now, it's a 10mm spanner. Both nuts and everything else are 10mm. And then you've got like a little screw. So what I've got here, I've got a little prop spanner, which is mainly used for quads really, and a 10mm spanner. Now what I want to do is that if I just put the spanner on here and make sure, so I can get all the props hopefully. So let's just push that on. That just pushes on. So hopefully I'll get all the props the same. Is hold the prop with the spanner. Then all you do is just put the nut on. It's my battery that we'll be using. And then, oh, hello. And give it a tight. Now how tight is like, well, how tight, I don't know, but I reckon tight. That's tight now, you know. And there you go. And then all we do, it's a normal Phillips screw that I nearly dropped on the floor, and I haven't got my Phillips screwdriver. Yes, I have. And then obviously the prop cover or nose cone, whatever you like to call it, goes on there. It is quite a bit away, a little gap from there, but you know, whatever, doesn't matter. Maybe it helped cool the ear seat. I don't know why there's a gap, to be honest with you. Tighten that on there. Give that a little tight, and there you go. It props on. So why don't we have a quick bit of music and just stick all the other props on. Voila! There you go. She looks a beauty, doesn't she? As I say, I put all the guns on there. On here, I bought some scissors. Here's my scissors. Look, lovely gold, proper scissors. If that's in focus, probably not. There you go. Lovely round edges. And basically, I was able to trim this up. Put some Canopy Glue. What I did with the after spraying inside here, what I did is I put some 5-minute epoxy inside, and then pushed the guns in, and they dried. Once on the front here, it's just Canopy Glue, which will dry, and then we've got the top turret. Now when I get paint, I've ordered this colour paint, I will spray this in, but these are the same, epoxied in, and this is just stuck down with a bit of epoxy. And then we've got the back one with the 4 guns. Basically, once this all's cut out, you've got like the base that it fits on. Put some Canopy Glue and then stuck this in place, and done the same with the guns. If you can see, sorry that was out of focus, do apologise. It's done the guns with epoxy, so they're not going to move. And there you go. It's there you go. We're just spray the green and the brown wherever it's come off. So once again on here you can see the silver. Silver. Well, you probably can't see actually. You got the silver and screws, which are no good. Right, so I think then what everyone's waiting, what I've been waiting for anyway, is I'm going to just make a nice position, get in a safe position, put a battery in, and we'll fire this bad boy up. What do you reckon? Okay, so I'm safely behind it, ish. Telemetry lost on 2 recovered. Right, so let's we put the battery in and hold on to this this girl, so she don't fly towards you. So.
Throttle cut off.
Throttle cut off. So, and we have everything's off. So let's just that's better. Getting the wind from both sides. Woo-hoo! Bring it! Wow, my teeth are falling out. I'll tell you what, anyone that loves warbirds has got to see the dam busters. Okay, now think of the dam busters. Okay, and the moment that when they get off one of the dams, it wasn't the murder, it was another dam, and they had to really rev up to get round. Okay, now you think of that. It makes you think of it. Right, okay. So I don't know if you're going to hear. Let's turn it down. That just made me think of that. Right, so now we flick our switch.
Engine differential on. Engine differential at 10%.
Well, I'm going to stick it about 30%.
Engine differential at 20%. Engine differential at 30%.
And then you'll hear it anyway, so we'll go. Right, I've just noticed that obviously where I was wiring it up, I've got 5 and 6 the wrong way around, because you can feel the the plane, but obviously it's turning the wrong way. This is all the things you need to check on the ground, but I will do that off the video anyway. At least I know that it works. So we're going to sort of, yeah, so let's just...
Engine differential at 40%.
40%. I mean, I don't think you're going to... This is just extremes. I can't see you doing more than 20%.
Throttle cut on.
Damn, that gives me goose pimples, and not because I feel cold, because of all the backwash. Damn. Well, there you go. We have built the Lancaster V3 from hobbyking. Stuart Warren's baby coming to life. Do I love it? Oh yeah, I can't wait to maiden. I mean, anyone that didn't get goose pimples or get excited at that sound, well, you know, you need your cog turning. That was sexy, ultimate sexy. You know, I didn't test the other bits and pieces, but I need to change 5 and 6. But that's what you should test before your flight. Test, you know, everything, your differential, test your elevators and ailerons and anything else you got on there. Because once it's up, wow, you need to be a serious pilot to bring it back down again if it's all over the place. Could you imagine? Oh boy. Anyway, so I mean, this show is you know, dedicated to Penny Smith, because your husband Tim loves you, and because you love him and you let him fool around with RC aeroplanes, he was able to tell me what to do and stop me from having a brain ache the whole weekend, and obviously waiting a whole week before we did it. Now you saw how quick that was. Fantastic. Now I've got some spray paint. I mean, you're saying to me, Chris, you didn't show us your spraying. No, we'll do that on another video, on a spray video. As I say, the turrets and bits and pieces, you know, they're self-explanatory. You saw me playing around with them. It's just get them scissors, get them craft scissors. They've got bendy ends and they're good. They enabled me to cut it directly and get some Canopy Glue. Well, I can't remember the name of the Canopy Glue. I hope it's over there. Of course it's over there. It's always over there. Yes, I've got to move everything around so I can reach it and show you. But Canopy Glue goes on white so you can see where it is. It sticks to everything. Put it on. It dries after 3 hours and it goes clear. And then they say 24 hours. It's rock solid. I'm going to stay in the hangar for a little while and bust up some batteries just playing with the props, because I love that sound. It just totally reminds me of the Dam Busters. So until the maiden, this is all we're going to see of her, unfortunately. When the maiden will come, when the field's open. I cannot wait to get in the sky. She is sexy. You got to get up and close and personal with this. You really have. It's not a park flyer. It's bigger than a park flyer. We're going to toss it in the air, I'm telling you. Oh yeah. Anyway, till next Friday, which we have another unboxing in Dad's RC Hangar. Have a great weekend. And listen, thanks for stopping by on the extra, the weekend extra. See you later now. Bye-bye.